Hey, hey, hey. Who's in here today? Share this real quick before I actually get started. Let's see if I could even share it. Hi, Jacob. What's going on? I don't know. I want to share this to Trucking Divas Rock right now, but I can't seem to do it. So if you are watching this and you can click on the link for Trucking Divas Rock, I would really appreciate it. Hello, people. Waiting for a couple more to come in. Anybody on here, if you can, let's see. That's not it. I'm trying to link this to Trucking Divas Rock. Anybody on here, if you could link this to Trucking Divas Rock for me, I would really appreciate it. Really, I just wanted to kind of take a moment to talk about a post that I put on Trucking Divas Rock, the blogazine today. My husband and I watched 48 Hours last night, and we seen a show about a young man named Blake. The hashtag is Blaze it forward. Hashtag Blaze it forward. If somebody could put that in the comments. This young man was killed by a friend or someone that he knew in Southern California, and it just triggered for me the need to repost what happened to my daughter. Most of you know that she was killed by a drunk driver. So whenever I see stories about teens that are killed in these senseless tragedies, it just always brings me back to her. But I don't want this to be about her. I'm getting messages in my inbox. Hello, hello, hello. I see all of you. But I'm getting messages in my inbox about what happened to my daughter, because people have read it. And I just want you to know that it's not about just what happened to her. It's about when you're facing adversity. You know, things are going to happen in your lifetime, and you know, in that time that those things are happening, you're usually at a crossroad where you're trying to make a decision of some sort, whether it's to come into the trucking industry or whether it's to come into something that you've been planning. Maybe you want to start a business and it just seems like that thing is just not kicking off for whatever reason. And kind of today, as part of my Sunday blessing, which is what I try to do, the hashtag Sunday blessing, every Sunday I'll leave something on my personal page, some kind of message or a picture or something to help you to find strength. And today I just kind of wanted to push those of you who need that kind of encouragement. You know, when you're going through something like I went through, losing my daughter, or like this family at the hashtag Blaze it forward, it needs to compel you to action. Because if you choose to sit on that thing that is causing you so much grief and so much pain and so much heartache, what ends up happening is you'll find yourself wondering, what would have happened had I made a decision. In my case, I moved to action immediately, only because I know what an awesome child I had. My daughter was a senior in high school, and she had several letters sent to her accepting her into college before she even graduated. She wanted to be a doctor, and that dream started when she was like 2 or 3 years old. That's when she specifically, I remember her telling me that she wanted to be a doctor, and she never gave up on that dream. And so losing her was the thing that compelled me to do something. I got involved with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and if you'll see on Trucking Divas Rock today, I kind of posted a link to what happened to my daughter, because I want those of you who have a vision, you have a dream, you have something that you're just driven to do, but then this thing is happening in your life, whether it's a bad marriage, your marriage is falling apart, your kids are acting up, your finances are out of whack, whatever that thing is that is causing you to feel like you can't go forward. I just want you to know that there are a ton of people. If you get on Facebook and other social medias, you'll start developing this network. And if you get with the right people are always going to encourage you to do something positive, or to encourage you with their words. Rely on your family during these times. I know in California, let me see if I could show you. I don't know if you can actually see. In this background right here, there is all kinds of smoke. It's all over between Northern and Southern California right now. It's really, really bad. So the air quality is horrible. But when you're going through something, you have to decide that, you know what, I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm not going to look for anybody to pull me out of this thing. In my case, I gave my situation over to God. I knew what I needed to do. I didn't sit around and mope. I didn't wait for my family to tell me to get it together, get over your feelings. I didn't wait for none of that. In my situation, I chose to give my pain over to God. And I posted that story on Trucking Divas Rock today because there's a lot of women who are thinking about coming into trucking. They've been thinking about it for a long time. And they've allowed circumstances, they've allowed relationships, they've allowed so many things to hinder them from just making a move. So I don't know if I'm talking to you today, but I am going to say that regardless of what you're trying to pursue, regardless of what's in your way, that obstacle is that one thing that is going to push you or it's going to break you. And you are the one who has to decide, what that thing is going to do for you. You've got to pick yourself up off the ground and say, I can do this thing. I can work this business. I can drive this truck. I can learn how to go to school. I can learn whatever it is that you're trying to pursue, and stop feeling sorry for yourself. That thing might look hard. It might look like the worst thing on the planet. I'm telling you, when I lost my daughter, my world came crumbling down. Because literally where I was at this time, hello, everybody, but literally where I was at the time that my daughter was killed, I was out there partying, I was drinking, I was smoking pot, and I was driving a truck, okay? I was in my early 30s. I was this cocky, eccentric, egotistical female. So when I lost her, that moment woke me up. And it may take you going through what you're going through. As hard as it seems, you got to find your strength in the middle of what you're going through and say, hey, I'm going to do it. For me, it was me and God. I cannot give credit to anybody more than I give to God. It was the church I was going to at the time, South Sacramento Christian Center. It was other mothers and fathers and cousins and sisters and brothers at Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I went to support groups for those people to help me to find my strength. I had to find it, but I had to find it by watching others and going through the pain. So whatever is hindering you in your lifetime right now, whatever it is that you're striving for, just understand you're going to get to the finish line. I want you to think about everything you've ever wanted in your life. If it was a pair of shoes, you didn't stop until you earned the money to go buy those shoes. The same thing has to apply for you to start your business, for you to get into truck driving school, for you to find a community of people who support your vision. And sometimes it takes leaving people that you love to pursue the thing that you want, but it's up to you to pursue that thing. You can't rely on other people to bring you out. It has to be determination, and it's going to take everything inside of you to find the will to pursue. But if you'll stop looking at your circumstances, if you'll stop looking at how bad it looks, because that's temporary. It's just like smoke. Smoke goes up in the air and it evaporates, and so does circumstances. So I just wanted to jump on here really quick today to kind of give somebody hope that may need it. I don't care what it is that you're pursuing. You got this. Everything that you need to overcome your circumstances is inside of you. I have met many of women who have come into the trucking industry, and during the time that they came into the trucking industry, they were either homeless or they were in a relationship, and they were more worried about the relationship than they were in pursuing their thing. The longer that they sat and looked at their circumstances, the longer it took for them to come in. Now, some of those women today have been driving trucks 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Why? Because they made a decision. And today is your day. I don't know who you are, but I just felt the need to really say this to you. You are going to come out of this thing. Whatever fog you're in, whether it's depression, whether it's abuse. I've been abused. I've been a woman who was beaten to the point where I had to go to a shelter with my kids. And then in the shelter, didn't have no money, no food, but they had a food closet, and we had to eat that until I was able to get the money to buy us food. I had to start over. I had to walk out of the situation that caused the abuse and start over from nothing. We had no clothes. We had nothing. And I had to depend on the county of Sacramento to help me to find a place for me and my kids. And that opened the door for me to come into the trucking industry. And I'm telling you, if I could come out of the things that I came out of with 4 children, and then during the process of my career, losing 1 child, if I can come out of what I came out of, you can come out of your situation. It's only temporary. Whatever it is that's got you, it's only temporary. So for those of you who are coming in right now, I'm really just talking about, making a decision no matter what you're going through to come out of your situation. And so I just felt like somebody needed to hear that this morning. I don't do a lot of live feeds like I used to because I'm just kind of backing off. I do my little post on Facebook and on Trucking Divas Rock, but really I have come to a place in my life that I realize that life is not about me. It is not. And for a long time in my life, it was about how cute I was, what things I had, the car I drove, the house I lived in, the company I drive for. All of those things were my priorities. And I've just learned that when you get to that place where you are supposed to, when you know that you know that you know that you have the ability to make an impact on others, when you get to that place, you'll understand that everything. Tamara, I'm glad you're on here. Can you link this on to Trucking Divas Rock? But when you get to that place where you know that 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 everything in your life has a purpose, everything. It doesn't matter how horrible it is. I've had people argue this point with me. The most horrible thing I've experienced in my lifetime was losing my daughter. And you know what? I could have gave up. But when you get to a place where you know that you know that you know that you're coming to the other side of the circumstance that you're in that's so devastating is going to help other people, you understand that you got to pick yourself up and you got to get about God's business. And it is God's business for you to reach out to mankind and make a difference. So I don't know who that is for. I don't know, what you're going through. Thank you, Tamara. I don't know what it is that you need. I don't know if you need to have courage to go to truck driving school, if you have to have courage to walk away from an abusive marriage, if you have to have courage to overcome the loss of a child. I don't know what you need today, but I do know that everything has a purpose. You have an assignment on this planet. Some of you is to be a business mogul. Some of you, it's just to talk to children and to encourage them and to motivate them. Some of you, your ministry is towards women or the transgender community or the gay and lesbian community. Or some of you, it's for you to deal with CEOs on a regular basis and help them to understand their employees. Whatever that thing is that you're called to do, the only person that can make it happen is you. You've got to decide that this is my thing and I'm going to run with it no matter what people say, because along the way, I promise you, somebody's going to have something to say about what you're doing. Whether that's good or bad, they're going to have something to say. And if you're caught up in your emotions, what those people say can have impact on you. But if you're focused, my focus is up there, people. But if you're focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing, I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. Instincts are the greatest gift that God gave us. Listening to that inner voice that tells you, go this way. Don't go that way. Go this way. Look, listen to that thing. I've watched time and time and time and time again, so many women stand up and come out of circumstances that look devastating. And you're no different than any of those people. So I just wanted to say, stay encouraged no matter what it's looking like, what you're going through. You got this. I'm telling you, you got this. And just understand, I also want to include, for the ladies who are in the trucking industry, recently we've just had some losses. And it may discourage others from wanting to come into this industry, but understand that that doesn't happen every day. We just have to be cautious when we're out here. There are people who don't have your best interest in heart, and you have just got to make a choice that I'm going to follow my instincts. I'm going to trust my gut. I'm going to be wise out here. I'm going to take every precaution to protect myself, because you are important. You're valuable. And so anyway, I don't want to go off and be into this conversation too long. I just wanted to say, I love you guys, and I just want you to pursue your thing. Here's something else that I've learned. I found that people will want you to do what is best for them. They're not going to want you to do that thing that is best for you. People have images in their mind of what your life should look like, but they don't have their life together. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have never, ever been that person to follow what other people wanted for my life. I've always trusted God. Even when I was doing wrong, I always knew, even to this day, people wonder why I'm still out here. My job is not done. And I'm not talking about that job right there. I have something that I'm supposed to do with women. And it's God that has me still out here. Other than that, D would have been gone already. Because it is tiring to be out here driving a truck. But I know talk to you if there's a question that you have and you want to come on live with me right now while I have these few more minutes. Just holler at me right now and I'll message you, or I will bring you on camera. You have any questions, anybody, please give them to me now. I just want you guys to understand that your purpose is partly defined by you. Yes, God calls us to do different things. Some are called to have a fleet of trucks, while others are just out here to drive. I don't know, but there's something that you're supposed to do while you're driving. So if there's anybody right now in here who has a question, now is the time to, ask me the question. I'm looking at some of these comments. See all of you. Hi, Sarah, Cheryl, Travis. Oh, there's two Travises in here. Hi, Travis. Darlene. Hi, Aunt Helen. Lotus. Mauricio. Who else? Poet Christina Masters. Hey, girl. Darlene Phelps. Hello, Kimberly. Fitch, John, April, Carla, Bradley, hi. Let's see. Casper, hey bro, Tyrone, Heaven Krieger, hello, Carla Whitney, Andrew, too much craziness in California, I'm happy I moved. Ooh, you're right about that. Lisa Henderson, hello, Tanya, Tamara Brock, definitely. Hey girl. Michael Parker, Vladimir, Jonna Slaughter, Wendy, hi. Francis, hello. Lizzie, hello. Kimberly Jacob, hello. Terry, hello. And Scott, hello, guys. If there's any questions that you have for me, because a lot of people ask me, I get messages saying that, Blanche, I see you. I appreciate your transparency. Thanks for all you do. Love you, sister. Love you right back. Francis, you want me to call you or what? Because we're live right now. But a lot of people ask me, how did you deal with that? And, or I've had comments of people saying, why are you still out there? Hi, Wendy. I've made choices that helped other people mentally, physically, financially, socially. I've done it. So I can only talk based on what my experience have been. I mean, I give like there's no tomorrow. And I've learned to hone that in on what God wants me to give. I have people that I give to on a regular basis because I totally believe in what they're doing. So anyway, I'm gonna shut it down. I don't see anyone saying they want to come on. So I just wanted to tell you guys, hey, that I love you. Be encouraged, be inspired. Do what it takes to inspire yourself. Don't wait for other people to. I have been listening with my phone in my pocket as I'm unloading, and apparently my phone thought it needed to speak. Okay, but you know, be encouraged, and sometimes you got to encourage yourself, literally. A lot of times I do question, you know, why am I still out here? But I talk myself into staying because I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing. And you have to encourage yourself to do whatever it is that you're called to do. That means you start telling yourself, I am important. I am valuable. I am awesome. I have a purpose. I have the ability to encourage. I have the ability to inspire. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Whatever you have to say that is positive, that's going to lift you out of the fog that you're in, go ahead and do that. But anyway, with that said, guys, I'm going to shut down. It looks like there are people who are leaving. Hopefully you guys are seeing this and you're inspired to pursue your dreams, because you have one, and you're not going to know what it is to live that thing until you follow your gut. So with that note, I want you guys to have a blessed and wonderful Sunday, the rest of your day, and be encouraged, be motivated, be inspired to do great things, because you do have a purpose. You do have a calling. You are here on this planet for a reason. It's not about you, though. Just understand that it's not about you. Maybe you're going to truck driving school is about you encouraging somebody else who needed to see you driving a truck. Maybe starting your business is the thing that encourages the next person to want to start a business. I just want you guys to stay motivated. God bless you.